Hi guys, I'm very excited to finally be back doing plan with me's. I did decide to just kind of skip to present and just start planning where I'm at because I'm about 7 months behind at this point, and it's just kind of an insurmountable task, and I just kind of realized that I don't care that much about being on schedule, so I'd rather just be planning. So if I have time, I'm going to go back and do all of 2021 and then most of, I guess the 7 months of 2022 that I didn't get to. But for now, I'm just going to keep going because the weeks are just going to keep piling up anyway. And I just want to be planning again. I really missed it. And I'm probably going to fall behind again, but I'm going to try my hardest this time to just keep going no matter what and always set aside time for this no matter what. So I'm going to be starting with last week, which was Christmas week. So December 19th through the 25th. This is going to be the last week of my 2022 planner. So after this, I'm going to skip to the 2023 one, which is the same planner basically. From the same company or same shop, which is OK Plans. But yeah, so I just kind of randomly went through my Christmas kit collection and just grabbed one. So I don't remember the name of this because Glam Planner didn't used to put the names of her kits on the actual kits. So I think I'm just going to call it Jolly or something, or Holly Jolly. I don't know. I really don't know. But I just pulled this, and it was really hard choosing foil for this because I wanted to do a matte bronze or a matte silver, which would have looked good, but those foils are really hard to work with, and I was going to be doing all my own foil for this one, so it's just nah, what's going to be an easy foil to work with that still kind of matches, and that was silver. So I did foil a bunch of my own stuff in silver. I'm going to try to start doing this going forward, which is the whole reason I opened my shop. Basically just being able to print the foil pieces that I need specifically for that week and nothing extra really, to prevent waste and also to be able to customize it completely. So I did go through all of the full boxes and everything in this kit and kind of annotate what kind of overlay I wanted over that specific box, and then I printed out only those overlays. So everything is super custom. There are going to be some deco bits and everything left over, but I kind of only wanted to print out the stuff that I knew I would use. Underlays was kind of hard because I didn't really want to go with any of the Christmas underlays I had. They didn't really seem to fit the clip art elements in this kit, but I did spot the gingham pillows, and I was like, hey, I have a gingham underlay, so I'm doing gingham, which would have made more sense to do it in the red that is pictured, but since the foil is silver, we're going to do it in silver, and I think it's going to be fine. It's all going to be covered up anyway because my weeks are really busy, and especially this week because it was a vacation week. I did go to Texas to celebrate Christmas with my family, or my parents and extended family, and then also my boyfriend's daughter Aurora. Both of us went. My boyfriend could not get time off work, so he did not go, but we celebrated when he got back. But that will be in the next spread. So here we're just going to mark the trip to Texas and Christmas and all that kind of fun stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and lay down the base with all of this pretty foil. I'm going to say this now because I know I'm going to forget to say it later, but I didn't go with Christmas confetti overlays because I feel a lot of my collection specific overlays are a bit too much. Even the small size, I feel they're just a bit overwhelming, and it's that clip art is competing with this clip art in the kit. So I feel from now on I'm probably just going to do really subtle overlays. So I just did my basics confetti overlays for most of it, and then there's 2 I think Christmas ones that I'm pulling in. The big box one is Christmas though, just because it's the big box. I needed to go big or go home. But yeah, just in case you are questioning that choice, it's because I really in 2023 my goal is to really just let the clip art shine. So that is what that is. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and lay down the base, and then I'll come back on the other side for the day by day. Let's get into it. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and get into the day by day. So we are going to start off on Monday morning, which is the first day of my weekend now, which is actually my boyfriend's weekend, but it's like mine by default now because I, have my own business. I work for myself, so I can kind of choose when my weekend is. So obviously I like to line mine up with his. So I marked us sleeping in together, and then that's a sticker from Whimsical Cat Studio. And then I marked that I got my feelings hurt by Aurora, his daughter, because she was, I think she was sleeping in, and like I was like being a little too noisy for her, and she kept telling me to shush, and I like got upset about that because I'm like, it's like 2 p.m. Like you can't expect quietness like 100% at 2 p.m. or whatever. And then I argued with my boyfriend about that because like he didn't back me up. So that was a fun morning. Those stickers are Once More with Love and Joy of Planning respectively. I also marked after that I went to do some Amazon returns at the PS store and Kohl's. I think I was returning a printer and a couple toners from Amazon that did not work. And then after that we went out shopping at I think that was when we went to Columbia to get a thermal shirt for Aurora for the trip that we were taking on 2 days from that day. That sticker is from the Coffee Monsters Co. And then that evening we had Yellow Russians. That sticker is my own. That's like a mixture of vodka and eggnog. It's like a white Russian, but it's more yellow obviously because of the eggnog, so it's a Yellow Russian. And then we watched Dragon Ball that evening. And that sticker is from Happy Daya. Then we watched a couple movies. We started to watch A Christmas Carol, which is like one of my favorite movies of all time. But like it's kind of a little boring and slow, which I actually only just realized this year. Like I don't know why it was so fantastic in other years, but like this year I was realizing that it was just not as exciting as I remembered. So we were like basically falling asleep during it. That sticker is from Sweet Ava's Paper. So I turned that off, and then we started watching one of Aurora's favorite movies, which is Snow Globe. It's a really cute movie about a girl who basically like discovers this other world inside of a snow globe. And she like goes back and forth between that world and reality. So, going into Tuesday, I marked us sleeping in again with a Happy Day sticker. My boyfriend made breakfast, which he usually does when he's home, which is amazing because he's a really good cook. That sticker is from Beneva Creations. And then I also did some Christmas gift wrapping that day. That sticker is from Once More with Love. And I called my dad as well. I think he was calling about the trip. That sticker is from Joy of Planning. And then I did some last minute work, which I actually did throughout the entire night. I didn't go to sleep that night, because we would have to leave for our flight at like 4 a.m. And like I was staying up until that time normally anyway. And so I figured it would be stupid to like try to go to sleep really early and just like not be able to sleep and just stay up all night anyway without being productive. So I just decided to work through the night. So that printed cut sticker is mine. Like from the very beginning days of me trying to draw stickers. And then I marked foiling with a sticker from Happy Day. I also packed some last minute orders. That sticker is from Once More with Love. And then I packed for the trip, and that's a Whimsical Cat Studio sticker. So Wednesday morning, I marked us actually flying to Texas. That plane is from Happy Day. I think that's my first time using that sticker, which is really cute. And then when we landed, well, first of all, it took like probably half the day to actually have the flight. So we landed around lunchtime or shortly after. And Aurora loves burgers. So we went to a burger place, which is called Willie's. If you're in the Texas area and you know of it, it's really good. It has really great fried pickles. So of course we got those. I used another Happy Day sticker for that, which is funny. And then that afternoon, we had some extended family over for dinner and just to hang out. So I used this like extended family sticker from Once More with Love, which was perfect because we had a lot of family over. We had both my grandmas and my aunt and her kids. So we also started a puzzle that day. My parents usually have a puzzle going, but I think they waited until we got there to start a new one with us. So that was really nice. It was like of a giant like strawberry cake, which was really pretty. And that puzzle sticker is, I think, from Crafty Planner Co. We also started some crafting. I got to show Aurora all of my art supplies that I keep at my parents' house just because they're just what I grew up with as a kid. And it's just too much for me to it was too much for me to take with me when I moved. So it's there for the time being until I have a bigger place and I can fit all that in my place. But yeah, both of us got really into crafting with clay. So we did that because that was my biggest craft before I went through every other craft in the book, and then I landed on planning and stickers. But polymer clay was my thing. So we played with that. I'm using just like an artist sticker from the Coffee Monsters Co. I was so tired that day, obviously, because I did not go to sleep the night before, and I slept a little bit on the plane, but it was only like a couple hours. So I did take a long nap that day, which for some reason I didn't mark the nap. I only marked that I was tired, so I don't know. But that sticker is from Once More with Love. And then I was reunited with my piano, which is another thing that I only keep at my parents' house, obviously, because, I mean, I don't think we're going to be shipping a piano overseas, not overseas, but like across the country anytime soon. So that is staying there, but I always like to practice when I go over there and like make sure that I maintain my skills. So it was really fun getting to play the piano again. That is another sticker from the Coffee Monsters Co. Going into Thursday, I woke up early that day, which I did, I think, throughout most of the trip, and then I tried to keep that habit coming back, and I failed. I'm gonna try to have a slightly better schedule than sleeping from 6 to 2 basically, but I feel like I'm slowly inching back to that, and that's kind of a problem. So I need to work on that still, but I did at least start the habit of waking up early that day. And that sticker is from On Smart Love as well. I got up early because I wanted to go with my mom to walk her dog. So there's a dog walking sticker from Papershire that is way too big to fit in that space, but honestly all of my dog walking stickers were huge. So next time I guess I need to mark that in a half box every time. And then I had a dentist appointment. That sticker is from Stick with a Plan Co. And I think I may have mentioned this at some point, I don't remember, but my mom scheduled me that appointment because my dentist here in California is terrible, and the dentist that I used to have when I grew up there is really good, and I was still in their records, and I've been having issues with a tooth fracture that my current dentist was unable to find, and then I went to this dentist, and of course they were like, oh yeah, definitely a tooth fracture, here's the tooth it is, too small to see on our x-rays, which is why our other dentist didn't catch it, but that's the issue, you need a crown, and also half your wisdom tooth is gone and you need to get that extracted, which was news to me because I didn't realize that half my tooth was missing, but it's my wisdom tooth, so it's not something I can easily see in a mirror. So yeah, I guess I have a lot of dental stuff coming up, which is not news because I always have something going on with my mouth. I have horrible teeth. So at least they were able to figure that out for me, which is nice. And honestly, I wish they were still my dentist so I could have them take care of that instead of coming back here to my horrible dentist and hoping that they can do it. So that day we also went out to watch a movie. We saw Puss in Boots, which is so good. It's the second one, but honestly the first one was really good too. That sticker is from Pumpkin Paper Co. My allergies started that day. They were really bad because I'm allergic to animals that have fur, and my mom has 2 cats and a dog, so yeah, that was not fun the whole trip. That tissue box is from Crafty Planner Co. We also went out to lunch after the movie. We went to La Madeleine, which is a French bistro. So I got a delicious salad and then crepes, which I marked with some little things sticker. And then we did more puzzle. That sticker is from Joy of Planning. Did more clay crafting. That sticker is from the Coffee Monsters Co. It was a windy day. That sticker is from Sweet Ava's Paper. And then I did more cuddling with the cats because that's the only time I did that, because after that I was way too allergic to do it. But that sticker is from Papershire. So Friday, I marked waking up early again with a sticker from Happy Dea. I did work out that day, which I said I wanted to work out during the trip. That was the only time I had a chance because I got super sick after that from an allergy cold, which I marked with a girl from Benema Creations. Like my allergies were more severe this trip than they have ever been. So lesson learned, I could not go near those cats. It was rough. So that knocked me out for the whole rest of the trip. So obviously we kind of took it easy, did more puzzle. I think that sticker is from Sticky Perks. We also did shoe shopping. That sticker is from Happy Daya. It was like the only sticker I had of like actually shoe shopping, which was perfect. And then we went out for Mexican food for lunch. I got corn chowder, I think, which is like not really Mexican food, I don't think, but I was in the mood for soup. It was a cold day. It was freezing in Texas. For most of I think the whole trip actually was even colder than it was here in California, I think, which is crazy, but like I kind of like that because that's how it should be at Christmas. Christmas should be cold. It's winter time. So yeah, I was in the mood for soup. That day was unfortunately an emotional day. That girl's from Whimsical Cat Studio, and that was because Aurora was having a hard time through the trip. She was really missing like her parents and especially her mom for I don't know how much I've said about this, but her dad has full custody now, so she lives with us, and by court order she's not allowed to have visitation with her mom basically, and she, due to reasons, legal reasons, she can't really have contact with her either. So, and that happened only very recently, so she was having a hard time with that. And then it was a hard time for me seeing her like that as well. So it was emotional for both of us for pretty much the whole rest of the trip. But anyway, later that day, we did drive to my Aunt Karen's house where we were going to spend the rest of the evening basically, because she lives about 45 minutes away from where my parents live. And it's funny because my mom's name is also Karen. But yeah, that sticker's from Squirrel Prince Co. And then we went to her country club to see a lights display that they had set up around like the lazy river, because it's a very fancy country club with a lazy river. So you like get in the little raft and you like go through this lights display, and it's like very cool. So we did that. Those lights are from Once More Love. And then we went back to her house and she made us like Christmas dinner, which was mainly consisting of this Christmas soup that she makes. So, and we actually drank out of mugs, which was the first time I've had soup out of a mug, which is like apparently a thing, I guess. I don't know. First time I've seen it, but I had this soup sheet from Paper Shower that had like soup in a mug, and I was like, that's perfect. I have to use it, even though the colors don't really match. I gotta use it. So that's that. And then my allergies were so bad that day. I actually had to like stand outside at her house because she has like lots of animals too, and so I had to like stand outside in the freezing cold just so I could like breathe air that was not full of like animal hair. So that was horrible. Like I basically came inside because I chose between freezing to death and like dying of suffocation from anaphylaxis, and I chose anaphylaxis. So that was a fun night. So I came home because I was having trouble breathing. I took a shower hoping that would like loosen up some of the allergens like out of my throat or something. And it did work for a little bit. So that shower sticker is from the Coffee Monsters Co. I had tea 4 times that day, which I usually have tea when I'm sick, but like I had more tea on this trip than any other time because I was so sick. That sticker is also from Paper Shower. And then that night I dug into my Adventure Time comics, which I keep at my parents' house as well, along with like most of my book collection, like 600 books or so. I don't know. But yeah, Adventure Time is like one of my favorite cartoon shows, and for some reason I decided to collect all the comics, which was annoying because like I started the like original like comic book series and I only have like the first 2 out of like 6, I think, but I had like all the spin-off series, and I was like, why do I only have the first 2 of the original series? Because that's the one I started with. Then I was like, well, I can't read anymore now because I just don't have them. So that was annoying. That sticker is from Happy Day. Saturday, the next day, it was Christmas Eve. I forgot to pull any stickers for this video. I think you might see it in the deco section. I'm not sure, but I do use a sticker from, I think, Bedo & Co., the little corgi in the wreath, so you might see that later. And then I slept in on Christmas Eve. This day I basically did nothing. I was super lazy because I was so sick this day. I could not leave the house, could not do anything. So I slept in, and then I marked lazy day for the first time ever in my planner, like literally ever. I do not have lazy days. But I did mark that with a sticker that I've been hoarding from, I think, Bubba Bear Studios for literal years, because I don't have lazy days. And of course there's cats on there, because there were cats at that house that were the cause of me having to be forced to take a lazy day. And then, so that day we did a lot of things. We watched A Christmas Story, and we also watched Miracle on 34th Street, both great movies. We crafted some ornaments. That was mostly my mom and Aurora that were doing that. We also did more puzzle, stickers from Once More with Love, more piano. That's from Crafty Planner Co. Of course, I drank some tea. That's from Once More with Love. And then I wrapped some last minute gifts. That's from the Coffee Monsters Co. And then that night, I watched half of The Polar Express. And I had like a religious experience with that movie, because it is my favorite Christmas movie and like one of my top favorite movies of all time. But like, I don't know, I was really appreciating it that night. Like, just the music, the atmosphere, like the fact that I could really feel like I was in the movie for certain parts of it. It was just so cool. It's literally the greatest movie. And that sticker is from Crafty Planner Co. That is one that I did request from her because I love trains, so obsessed. Sunday was Christmas. I marked that with a way too big sticker from Shine Sticker Studio, but I did leave enough space for it to fit, so yay for that. And I did mark doing puzzle. I forget where that sticker's from. And then I usually mark the last thing of the day in that tiny little section. So the last thing we did was I watched one of Aurora's favorite shows, which is H2O, Just Add Water. It's like about mermaids. So we watched that. So I used this cute little sticker of both of us from Papershire. And then, so like actually one of the first things we did that day, I drank coffee, well, which I did every day, but I had time to mark it on this day. Called my boyfriend, of course, because it was Christmas. That sticker is from Stick with the Plan Co. We opened our Christmas gifts. That's from Sweet Ava's Paper. We both got a pretty good haul. And then it was another emotional day for the same reasons as it was earlier in the week. It was especially bad on this day. We also had family over at the time, so it was just especially hard. But that sticker is from Paper K, which a perfect sticker, I think, for that occasion. Unfortunate that I had to use it, but it is cute. And then my parents gifted Aurora a card game that's like kind of a kid's card game. I forget what it's called, but like it involves the words taco, cat, goat, cheese, pizza. I don't know if that rings a bell for anybody. Kids are obsessed with it apparently, so if you have a small kid in your life, they might love this game. She loves to play it all the time, and she always wins. So we played that night. That sticker's from Happy Dad. And then my parents had baked or cooked a Christmas feast for us, which was like ham and potatoes and sweet potatoes and other things. I think salad was in there too. It was so good. And that sticker is, I believe, from the Prairie Planner. Kind of looks like my mom, so that makes sense. But yeah, so that was the bulk of the trip. We did leave on the next day on Monday, so that will be in the next plan with me for the New Year's Eve week. I still haven't picked out my kit for that. I have no idea what I'm going to do. I think I have like exactly one New Year's Eve kit from like hoarded in my collection. I don't know if I picked up any this year. I have no idea. So I might have no choice about what kit to use, but we will see when we get there. But that is it for this spread. I think right now I'm just putting down all the little foil deco bits that I didn't put down during the week, which I did put down quite a few during the day by day, but I'm just really going ham at the end here and putting down everything else and all the other empty spaces, along with writing in things, which you will see in a second, which does take forever, but I really like how it looks when it's all handwritten. So this is a gorgeous spread. I think this is one of my favorite spreads of all time because it's with my most current planning style, which obviously is like what I like the most right now, but it's also the most extra. So like, I don't know how feasible it's going to be to keep this up every week, but I'm going to try really hard because I don't want to get behind again. And I know that I say, oh, I'll get back to the other weeks when I have a chance, but I know that's probably not going to happen. So I really need to keep up with this, but I'm not going to beat myself up if I don't, because literally it does not matter. Like, who cares? I tell you enough in my like regular videos and haul videos like about my current life And, you know, you can follow me on Instagram too and see that, to where it's not like there's really huge gaps in like my activities, like where you don't really know what's going on. Like, you have a general idea. I wish I had like been planning during the time that I moved and like started like really getting into my sticker shop, but of course that was like the busiest time of my life, so naturally that didn't happen, but it's okay. Just gotta, you know, pick up where you are and start from there. So yeah, really obsessed with this spread. It does take quite a long time to pick out and print like the very specific foil, as well as using all of the little foil bits and then like writing everything in my hand, so it does take forever. But I think it results in like the prettiest spreads that I am like the most excited to share with you guys and just have to look through. So we'll see if I can keep that up. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you want to like, comment, subscribe, and share, that would be wonderful. And I will see you in my next video. Ciao, ciao.